Hello and welcome to the March update from the Tau team. You're here with me, Fola, and as always, I'm wearing some Tau merch. So let's get into the business team update, and I'll pass it over to Killian for his update this month.
Thanks, Fuller, and hi everybody. So this past month we again focused a lot on website content refinements. What is to say that we are currently at a stage where really these refinements are very minor, so we should have the website out really soon. Beyond that, we are also looking for web designers that are much more that are capable of creating a much more interactive, more sophisticated website. So while the current website that we are going to release soon is more focused on getting or showcasing the right content, we are already working towards hiring or working together with the right website designers for creating a website that will be much more interactive and showcase or transmit the vision behind Tau in a much better way. But first we will release the website in a different way that we were planning for originally. And then for longer term, we want to migrate to this more interactive website. And for that matter, we are currently also looking for the right web designers. Beyond that, I've been also together with Fuller working on some pitch deck refinements. The pitch deck in its current form is also at a stage where we now feel comfortable to be presenting to VCs. And beyond that, together with Jamie, we've been working on on planning the tweets. And an idea that we also had beyond that was that we'd like to host a webinar and invite basically not just through LinkedIn, but through any platform, but mainly use LinkedIn as a channel to invite people to our webinar, where we introduce people to the technology behind Tau. That way we should be able to get a relatively large audience to understand the benefits of Tau, and thus hopefully this will help to increase the community. Another idea is to present Tau at some conferences. We found one conference in particular, the European Blockchain Convention, happening in June in Barcelona, and we are looking to apply as a speaker at that conference. And yeah, let's see how it goes, but generally we feel confident now that we have the pitch deck at a good stage that we should take the next step to actually present Tau in front of audiences. And beyond that, I've just been working on a sheet that explains the bonus structure of Agoras when you have your tokens locked, because each month people ask questions in the monthly Q&A about these things. So from now on, you can just go on our Medium and you'll find an article explaining everything around that. Okay, then also the community member of the month again is Andrew for his nice contributions on his YouTube channel with videos surrounding TML. So yeah, congratulations Andrew, thanks again for your great contributions, and looking forward to next month. Thank you. Bye bye.
All right, thank you very much, Killian. Always good to hear your progress, and I'll pass it to Carolina for our update this month.
Hi everyone. So this week we've implemented some article edits that the publication asked for, and improved overall clarity of the article, and finally shared it with the editors. So if they don't have any more feedback, the article should go out pretty soon, and hopefully it happens in line with the website update coming out. We have done a lot of work on the website design, and we've improved the content for this upcoming iteration of the homepage, and have been workshopping one final tagline with Fola just today, but otherwise the website feels pretty much done. And this month we've also met with some design agencies that we selected for potentially designing the next full-scale website. I've created a website design brief that we're sharing with the candidates, and we are expecting one of the agencies to send in a proposal probably early next week. So we'll see how that goes. On the topic of preparing content for the full-scale websites, we've also been discussing technical content with Lewis, who's been submitting topics he's been covering this whole month. Aside from the website tasks, I've also worked with Jamie, who has proposed some community growth ideas. He found a very interesting DAO community whose goals align with the ones we're aiming for at DAO. And he was offered a spotlight pitch opportunity. So this could potentially help us attract more new community members. So that is my quick update for the month. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carolina. And from me, I've pretty much been involved in both Carolina and Killian and Jamie's work. I've also been working with Karim and also Ahad in discussing the progress of the development plans and helping to communicate that in our on our website as well. And on top of that, I have also been working with Alex on more internal development side of things, mainly on just refining some of the internal structure so that we're more efficient internally, and we can also grow internally quicker. And that's about it. I'll move on to the Q&A questions, so let's get into those. The first question is from Chris, and they ask, hi, is Professor Dr. Avishai Karmi, who is the editor of the Tau white paper, included in the IDNI team? If yes, is he one of the advisors? If yes, could you please include him on the tau.net website advisors list? Thank you. So Dr. Avishai Karmi, though he was involved in editing the white paper, he is not one of our advisors for the Tau project, so he's not included on the website. And the next question is from Hamburg, and they ask, hi Ahad, in your interview with Smitter, what do you mean when you said we have a social human mechanism for a technological creature to evolve?
The social part is, of course, the discussions and the social network. If we were to let people teach computers, give them knowledge for the sake of teaching computers, then virtually no one would do this. But if it is only a byproduct of discussions of special kind, because they can be large-scale discussions with the help of the machine, if teaching the machine is only a byproduct, then we have a chance to actually teach the machine sufficient enough knowledge to the extent even of the singularity as written in the white paper.
All right, thank you very much, Ahad. And this next question is from Andrew. Actually, I have two questions. As human beings, not perfect, our views keep on changing since we keep discovering new things. Believing that the Earth is flat, and then another time that the Earth is an oblate spheroid. What happens when people change their opinions to something that it wasn't before? Will Tau see this as a contradiction? And will the users be barred from using Tau until they correct their opinion? And then the second question is, can Tau pinpoint users' contradictions and then guide them to change their opinion based on their previous opinion?
So first, for negation, deletion, and self-reference, it is not relevant because basically this thing can be done in any decidable logic. There is no need for any special logical properties for that. Now, when you post an opinion, then the system can see if it contradicts your existing worldview. Then it can ask you again if you really want to post this opinion, because it can show you what it contradicts from things you said before. And if the users will probably want to not post such an opinion, but if they do, then the system will not be able to reason over their worldview because the worldview will be empty because it contains a contradiction. That's how I see it. There are many ways to go about it. All of them are trivial. It's a matter of your user experience. But indeed, there is nothing magical here. With each new opinion added, we can check whether it contradicts the existing worldview, and then let the user decide what they want to do with it.
Thanks very much, Ahad. And Andrew's second question is, could you give more examples when you talk about laws of changing the laws?
One example would be, suppose you have a robot, and you plug in your USB key to the robot with software update, and you want the robot to accept the update only if it doesn't contradict the 3 laws of robotics by Asimov. So and then you come in and ask a question: which language is the robot programmed in? Of course, the existing program and the program in the update, the new program should be in the same language. So we need to have a language that is able to ask whether another sentence in that language contradicts yet another third sentence. And if you ask a logician, then a logician, without thinking too much, will tell you that this is impossible. And indeed, no one ever cracked such a possibility, but we have a solution. It is a solution based on Boolean algebra, and a very interesting and strong solution, which for the first time will allow you to update your robot without breaking the laws of robotics.
Thank you very much, Ahad. And the next question is from Jamal, and they ask, 1, how is TML better than Solidity?
Yes, we do get this question a lot. How is TML different from other programming languages, like Solidity, for example? Solidity is a procedural language, just like Java or C++, whereas TML is declarative. And the reason that's much better is when you're working with logical statements, it's that hold or are supposed to hold throughout the program. It's better to use a declarative way of doing things as opposed to procedural.
And Jamal's second question is it harder to code in TML than Solidity?
Well, if you're not used to it, it is a little bit hard at the beginning. It was for me to learn TML, but yeah, once you get used to it, it's not overall much harder, especially for the kind of problems that are better solved in TML.
And the next question is from Red, and they ask, in regards to the speed of the project on both development as well as marketing, design and outreach, how much time are the people employed dedicating to the project, part-time and full-time? So I'll speak for the non-development side, or the business side, as we call it. So Carolina, Alex, are all full-time. Jamie and some of our designers, such as Igor, and our web developers, such as Oleg and Daria, they are part-time. So we also work with external design firms, also helping us on the development of the website and things of that nature, and illustrations, but they're all contracted out and working with us ad hoc.
So as for the development team, the entire development team, including myself, are full-time on the project.
And the next question is from Amy, and they ask, how's Tao's meta language and Tao's core language better than declarative programming languages like Haskell?
So first, Haskell is not a declarative language. Haskell is a functional programming language. An example of the declarative language would be Datalog, which is indeed very similar to TML. The main difference is that TML is intended to be a language for writing translators, to be a compiler, and therefore it contains specific features and design that are intended for this cause.
Thank you very much, Ahad. And the last question is from Ace, or the last questions, because I have a few. Question 1, they ask, could you add the video of Tao being the super secretary in the old website to the new website? So we have some plans for the new website, so we're not going to be taking any of the previous designs over, but we do have some ideas for for new ways to convey Tau. Please can you add Ahad's blogs? It's a nice read. Now we do have some plans for those blogs as well. Likely we're going to be moving them to our Medium site and making some adjustments to those blogs as well, just so they're easier to read and even nicer. Could you add a GitHub link to the new website? Well, the new, more fleshed out site that we'll be launching soon has GitHub links on the homepage, but you can go to the Join Our Community tab on the tau.net page and you can join, you can see the GitHub link there. Could you add a new channel, not only YouTube, try like BitChute? So we don't actually have any plans to use BitChute right now, but we can start to syndicate some content onto BitChute in the next week or so. All right, thank you very much, guys. That's the end of the Q&A questions, and we'll see you on the dev video. Cheers.